Hello, my name's Jake from Firestorm Games, and I'm here today with another Tabletop Spotlight. So today we are looking at Claim. This is a 2-player draft and trick-taking game. It takes about 20 minutes, and I would say less than that once you are familiar with it and can play quite quickly. So, the theme, the king is dead. Nobody knows how they died. It might be the dagger in their back, might be the poison. It doesn't matter now, the king is dead. And you are both playing people who feel you should run the kingdom, but to do so you need to gain the favour of at least 3 out of the 5 tribes or factions in the game. So to begin with, you divide the deck into quarters. You get 1 quarter of it each, the other 2 go together and become a half. You will reveal the top card of the deck, and that is the prize card you are fighting over for this hand. Somebody will lead, the other person follows, and whoever wins the trick takes the top card. It goes face down and forms the beginning of their deck for the phase 2 of the game. The person who lost gets a card at random off the top of the deck. They get to look at it, but it's a really nice idea there that if you've won exactly what you wanted. But say I've won the 9 of knights, there's nothing to stop my opponent top decking the 8 and going, that was alright, wasn't it? So you do get a slight advantage there. Your opponent doesn't know what you've done or what you've acquired for losing a hand. You play through the quarter of the deck you've got each until you have another quarter, which is your deck for phase 2. You chuck away all the cards from phase 1, and then phase 2 you do exactly the same, but instead now whoever wins the trick takes all the cards they've won. So you lie them out in front of you, and you start to see who's gaining control over the various factions. At the end of the game, you tot up who has the most cards for each faction. Whoever has the most controls that faction. Whoever controls 3 out of 5 factions wins the game. Okay, so unique aspects. Goblins. Goblins don't have any special rules. There's just loads of them, and they come in little ditty zeros where they're really cute, and there's a goblin version of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch here, I swear, and there's loads of cool artwork, but yeah, goblins are just nothing special, but there's tons of them. Knights, well, if a knight ever ends up in a fight with a goblin card, then the knight automatically wins, irrelevant of who played the highest card. Knights beat goblins flat. The Undead. Ooh, right, they've got a special rule in phase 1. So whenever an Undead card is used to win a trick in phase 1, the winner puts it in front of them and they start counting up ready for phase 2 because they're undead, so they stick around. The Dwarfs are the opposite end of the spectrum. So in phase 2, whoever wins the hand takes all cards that are not Dwarves. Dwarves favour the underdog, so they all go and hang around with whoever lost. So you can end up throwing Dwarves into hands you're losing to then take them back and start controlling the Dwarf faction. Really nice little tactic. Finally, you've got the Doppelganger. Doppelgangers copy whatever they're against. So if somebody leads with a Doppelganger and you follow suit, then you're both Doppelgangers. Compare your numbers. Whoever's got the highest wins the trick. Otherwise, say my opponent's played a 7 knight, I can follow with a knight or I can follow with a Doppelganger and it becomes a knight. So if I play my 9 Doppelganger, I win that hand. They come over and sit separately. This goes towards my knight pile. This goes for my Doppelganger pile. Okay, so I absolutely love this game. It is quick, it is very fun, and there's loads of replayability because we've shuffled this up and played it a dozen times now, and no 2 games have felt exactly the same. The art style sells it. I mean, these Doppelgangers feel like they're straight out of a Studio Ghibli film. I absolutely love it. So there's tons of expansions, so we'll make sure we'll put some pictures of those up as well. But they all intermingle, so you can just chuck various factions in and out, and it really keeps the replayability high on this game. It's in stock now at firestormgames.co.uk. Links are in the description below.